Today I am releasing 3 brand new $99 3 Series pedals. We have the tape delay, which emulates the classic mechanical delay functions of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. The Rotary Chorus. This has been much requested over the years. It simulates Leslie rotating speaker for the guitar. And lastly, we have the oil can delay that simulates the classic sounds that existed in the 1960s and 70s. The Rotary Chorus is the oldest form of guitar modulation. It is a rotary cabinet that was made by Leslie for organs. The top speaker rotated the horn, and this gives a modulation, or you could call it a Doppler effect. Early on, guitar players learned that they could alter that input, plug in a guitar, and the spinning speaker sound became a sound of a lot of our favorite songs. Everything from the Beatles, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soundgarden, John Mayer, it's endless. Unlike normal choruses, there are some mass differences. On an organ, you had a ramp and a brake control. When you manipulated that, the speed of the speaker would slow down or it would speed up, and that would be your rate of modulation. So we put that into a pedal. The controls of this pedal are very simple, and I can simulate that ramp or brake just by moving the speed control. You have a master volume control. There's a little bit of gain if you need it. Intensity you can think of as a depth, and speed is, of course, the rotation or the simulation of the rotation. Believe it or not, there's not actually a speaker cabinet in the pedal. Add more intensity. You could do like a vintage Korn blues cover band, Limp Bizkit Blues. Is that a thing?
It's just one of those days, feeling like a freight train.
No. And then if you flip the room toggle, it is just a bit of room echo or a bit of space. And this is very common on the recordings, and it can almost feel like reverb when you listen to those records. On. Let's jam. The 3 Series tape delay is a delay pedal that simulates the first ever delay units. Les Paul stumbled into and invented this in the late 40s by chaining together 2 tape machines. Later on, it was put into singular units like the Echoplex and Roland Space Echo, both of which kind of inspired this particular delay unit. So you have 3 controls, and they're very simple. Mix is the amount of clean and the delayed signal. Tape speed is simulating the tape being pulled through by a motor. As you go this direction, that motor slows down, making the tape go slower, or the speed becomes longer. And then repeats is simply how many times you hear that delay or echo. The flutter control simulates and emulates what happens to these tape delays as time goes on and the parts kind of age. You have physical tape being pulled through these different rollers and mechanical pieces, and they kind of get old and crusty or wear out, and the tape begins to drag a little bit, maybe pull a little faster where it shouldn't or slow down where it shouldn't. This basically creates modulation on the repeats or the delay line, and it's a really coveted sound. So we put that in there. It's a bit randomized. It's like having chorus on the delay, but it's a very special type of chorus. Let's jam on it. The 3 Series oil can delay is this weird right in between of the 2 new pedals. It is essentially a delay that has rotary within its structure. This comes from 1959 when a company called Telray patented an electrostatic mechanism style delay. Basically, it was a tuna can and it was filled with fluid, and there was a belt that would move that tuna can, and it had these rubber wipers. I know it sounds crazy, but it existed. The speed of the rotation of the tuna can was the speed of the echo. Because of the way it worked, it modulated the signal. Very crazy effect. This was later put out by a company called Morley. Telray turned into Morley, but it was also licensed to very large companies like Fender. So you'll see these, they exist. They hardly ever work. No one works on them or knows how to. They'll kind of kill you if they don't work right. Fluid, an aluminum can, and 110 volts of electricity, they really don't mix that well. But that sound is really cool and really coveted. And I found myself at Wilco's Festival Solid Sound having a discussion with Nels Klein, and he said, hey, I just can't find one of these that does it the right way. So we put this together and originally released this blackout edition with reverb. Everyone's like, please put it out in the normal line. And so here it is. The controls are mix, speed, and feedback. And then we have a mod toggle. Mix is the proportion of the delayed signal to the clean signal. This is a slapback style delay, and traditionally this is going to be the purest form of using the oil can delay because this is what they wanted to do with it in the 70s. Speed is simulating the speed of this aluminum can's movement. I like it when it's slower because it's crazy and weird sounding. And then feedback is like any other delay. It's the repetition of those echoes.
Woo!
Man.
That's cool.
I'm gonna keep it there because honestly, I don't care about slapback today. Maybe tomorrow. The mod toggle is always on. Modulation is part of the oil can sound. In the down position, we're calling this minus, meaning it's less mod. Up is going to be a more drastic mod. It's like a rotary trapped inside of a tape delay. It's a nice little trio here. 3 Series, 3 pedals, trio. I I don't know.
Whoa!
Yeah, let's jam on it. Thanks so much for watching this and considering these new 3 Series pedals. Check out your favorite dealer. Go to our website, jhspedals.com. 99 bucks, tape delay, rotary chorus, and oil can delay. This takes our 3 Series from 13 essential effects for guitar all the way to 16. So if you're new to guitar, new to pedals, and you want to know what to buy, check out this entire series. They're very literal, they're very simple to use, and very affordable. Bye-bye.